Hey, how's it going, guys? It's been a while since the last time I uploaded a video. To me, it's because a good reason because I started in this journey collecting knife 6 7 years ago, and once you start collecting knife, you first go with the budget, trying to get something good and cheap, and then you start learning more about knife and you want to get something of good quality even though it's a little more expensive. Then you get into customs, then you get into high steels and all that stuff. But there is certain point that you want something that has not been done yet. You want a knife that it will work for you perfectly, and then you start working the idea in your mind, and that's when you decide, hey, it's my turn to start making my own knives. I want to make what I want to, and I think that's the next step after collecting knife. You can collect so much and you can have, like me, 100 150 200 knife, but then you still want something else. You want something unique, something that you think that it will work better. That's when you get here, start buying tools, start buying all the stuff that you need to buy knives, and start working on it. I've been working on it for the past few weekends because I work through the weeks. When I got a chance, I get home in the weekend. I start working on it, and this is what I come with. Made my own knife, my own design. So this is the third one I made. The other two I give it away. Definitely, I still got a lot of work to do, but I think I get in there. I getting to the point where I getting happy with it. So this is basically my bushcraft knife. This is what I want, a bushcraft knife. I want an edge of around 4.5 inches. I want an edge of that have a constant curvature, and I want the spear point. With the handle, I want a very almost the same design of the edge, because to me a knife have to have a few qualities that it make a good knife, and one of those qualities is gonna be the appealing. And to me, a edge a little longer than the handle, a handle a little longer than the edge, it just doesn't do as appealing to me. What I come right here, this handle, I wouldn't cut a Coke bottle, but more of a hand shape. So what I did, I started looking at, when I get my hand, I close it, and when I put my finger in the way that I would like to hold a knife, that's what I come out with. You can see right here, we got a spear point, where I got that rounder right there that fit my thumb perfectly, and I want the edge as close at my index as possible, but without risking it. You see the Puko knife, they got the handle and it's straight completely, and you got the risk that your hand slide forward. I didn't want that to happen to me, so what I did, I just put this mold right here for my index. I just wrap around it perfectly, as well as I get my thumb on it, so you are not stressing too much your hand. You feel good. This is the way you use it to much of the bushcraft. If you're gonna be carving, you're gonna be like this, making little push with your hand, and that's the natural position of the finger, the thumb right there, and that's what I wanted. I want to be able to work with it with extended amount of time. I want to be comfortable. I did a round pommel, and you can see your hand, the shape the handle is, your hand never gonna go to slide to the edge where you can cut your hand or something like that. It's always gonna want to go back, because that's the shape I did. And you got a larger hand than me. I did this to my control, but you got a larger hand, you still got that little that skinny handle right there, which your finger and your hand wouldn't be too open, where it's gonna be on control after a little bit. You got a lot of, you can lock the knife in your hand, and that wouldn't go away. So that's what I wanted. This one right here, since I want to do everything in my house, I start with a budget. I mean, I have spent quite a little bit, but not as much as I would like to get this to the next level. I hit 3 discs in my house. This is gonna be 8670 high carbon steel. It's a tool steel, mostly used in saws, wood cutting saw. So basically, there's probably there isn't probably still a stuff at this one. Edge retention is not great, but the toughness is amazing. This one, the thickness in this one is 530 seconds. Is very thin. So ideally I would like my knife with a Scandi grind, but since this one is so thin, I put a convex edge on it and I did a little satin polish. I don't know if that's the thing or not, but when you use a bushcraft knife, mostly what you're doing is pushing, and the best edge for that is gonna be a polish edge. When you're cutting like a saw, you want a saw tip and you don't want a polished edge because it will do quickly. But since you're doing push, most of the stuff you're doing feather sticking, doing carving, doing all that stuff, you're gonna be pushing the edge, and that's what I put a polished edge on it. And you can see right here how close my index is to the edge. You got all that good spot right there to do all your fine tasks and all your carving and stuff. I want a spear point. It's one of the best. It got a good point, and I'm gonna be using flared tubing. So this one, beside the epoxy that is hard enough to keep the handle in place, this one I give more retention. When you flare it, it gives a little extra retention. It's not use sticking there going through. It's compressed as well, so it can hold. I want those spaces right there. I want the holes in the handle. So I don't know, you never know. You want to do a spear with a piece of wood, you got something to wrap around it. It's probably never gonna happen, but hey, you never know. And you got the spear point already. It's a good looking spear point. I put right there some jimping where the thumb ends, so you can see, you can put your hand and you can push with it. So that's gonna be pretty good, I think. Let's give it some tests and we'll see what happens. You see a number, I haven't put a mark on it yet. I work in mark design. The number I'm gonna be numbering the first thing I'm gonna do. They probably gonna be giving away to friends and stuff like that, since they haven't reached the point where I feel comfortable selling or anything like that. But I'm gonna number the first thing I do, then I'm gonna compare all of them to watch to each other to see the process. In the future, I want to use a thicker steel. I'm gonna be using 01 tool steel. I'm gonna probably be putting a Scandi grind on it. This one is 316, which is very thick, but I'm gonna do a Scandi very high up, so it's not too thick behind the edge, and you still get all the stuff you need to do. I want to do some taper tang as well to take some of the weight of it, and we'll see how that come out. All right, guys, let me do some tests. This is so far seem to me pretty sharp. Let me do some tests on it and see if this is gonna be the first test. So if the knife fail, you're gonna see the same as me, and that means that we're gonna have to work on it. Alright, guys, I got a piece of 2x4 right here. It's not the hardest steel, but the hardest wood, but it's gonna work out for what we need. I'm gonna do a little batoning because I believe in batoning. I believe that to bushcraft, that's something that you're gonna have to do. So let's do it. Through a knot right there. So that's a little test to the edge. You can see right there the knot. It cut it through. Let's go again. Got a lot of knots on it. I see cutting through it. To me, it looks pretty good. Alright guys, let me do some feather sticking. It's decent. It's not the greatest part of the wood to do the feather sticking, but that's what I have. It probably can give me fire if I need to. That's my idea of carving. So right there. That's not pretty bad. Let me dress the tip of it. See the strength of the tip, because you need to do the fire by friction. You're gonna have to use that razor a lot. And this is the beautiful part about the spear point. Can get a bow drill hole pretty good. Let's see how strong the edge is. To me, it's very important, a strong tip in the blade. So this one hold on nicely. It's holding pretty good. Let's see how the edge retention is after that. That seemed pretty good to me. It didn't took any damage. Still the same. And you saw that I cut through those nuts in the wood, which those nuts usually are very annoying when you cut in wood. I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, I still got a lot of work to do on it, but I'm pretty happy with it.